He's an expert in new technologies and new methodologies applied to education science. His curriculum has a large list of international communications and invited sessions. And also, he has a big expertise delivering postgrad online courses. As a researcher, he is looking for new forms to teach. He has integrated virtual classroom in online platforms, and now he finds Second Life as a new method technology to be considered as a new resource for education. That's all.
Thank you, Zubiria. Let me say a few words before we start our roundtable. First of all, we would like to thank the opportunity to make this debate with you. We are proposing more debate than a presentation, and we would be glad that each one of you will present your point of views and Zubiria is teaching in Basque Country University. He is an expert on technologies of communication, video production, and is involved in doctorate program. So first of all, let me suggest you to open our holo screen. Zubiria, can you put in the chat the URL for the connection? You just dial the URL, you just run the application, you have an ID which is 555-444-333, and you put your name. And that's all. You will see our screen appearing. The next thing I would suggest you go to Zoom and you reduce to, let's say, 50% or 40%. So you can combine both, which is the Second Life screen and the Holo screen, on which we'll run our presentations and our slides. And to start, I would like to put you a question. And the situation, before this question, we are going to touch four main topics. Pedagogical aspects concerning Second Life as a virtual learning support, technological aspects, social aspects, administrative and legal aspects. So let's go into an important previous question. Why digital contents and 3D environment are important for education? We will put suggestions about this subject. Can I have a word from you? Okay. You have short time to answer us. Otherwise, we'll give you the answer for this question. Okay, I will do it. And the answer is this. Our students today are digital learners and multi-channel learners. And that's why we have to communicate with our students with different ways. Speaking, with video and presentation communication, and reading documents. And if we use a multimodal activities, we can reach better the brain of our students. And this is the main aspect why we should use as well 3D, because it's much more involving and we can do it in a better way. Of course, it's not only a question of technology. It's a question of use the proper methodologies as well to do a proper teaching. So the main reason to justify this is because our students use more than 10,000 hours playing video games, more than 10,000 hours talking in mobile phones, about 20,000 hours watching TVs, and children and teenagers spend more than 2.7 hours a week in the computers. And 70% of the students, almost every child from 4 to 6 of age, use computers. As you see, it's no doubt that our children are digital learners and digital dependents. But we are no less than 6 to 8 hours a day in front of a computer, a screen computer. We spend between 30 minutes and 1 hour a day in a mobile phone. We spend 1 to 3 hours a day watching television. We are effectively depending on this kind of technology, and we are used to it. So we are much better prepared to learn through this type of tools and this type of activities. And what is learning? Learning is a process to transfer knowledge and to motivate our students to make their own building of knowledge, which will be a constructivist approach. Okay, learning from the neurophysiological point of view, we can say, shall we use chat? Shall we use chat and audio? Shall we use simultaneously chat, audio, slides, or videos presentation? That is my question. But now I would appreciate some comments from you. Can I hear them? Maybe you can help something, the video. Hello?
Yes, I think we are digital learners. Probably the chat is the tool that we use every day with our students, but I think they and we need to engage with voice. In this case, I would like the participant, if these debates tell us their opinions, just talking. No. I think the chat is good, but the speak and the multimodal format of information, such as holo-screen, PDF, documents, webs, browsers, etc., is good, but we need to improve our learning skills using multimodal ways.
Can I have another comment, please? From your side? No comments? This is a round table. It's not only our presentation, it's a debate with you, and we would like to hear your comments about the subjects we are putting on the table. Okay? Please make this debate more interactive. The question is that because we are digital learners, we need to understand, for our brain understand, different aspects. So we must use the writing, which can be the chat, or we can be presentations. We can use the narration, and we can use images to complement our presentation. For instance, our brain has two important departments. One is the rational area, and another is the emotional area. And we know that emotional globe is much faster on understanding things than the rational area. So we should use more in education to transmit and to inform our students how thus we should go and how to teach and how to learn. So we have another way, which is from the working memory to permanent memory. And these two departments, one which is located in front of our brain, moves us from what we are seeing in one moment, and we transmit that to a permanent memory after we make some reflection about it. The question is that the brain mapping is something that is being studied from many years ago, but only in the 90s it was deeply shown using technologies about different areas of the brain, on speaking areas, audio, understanding area, and so on and so on. And this is very important for us as teachers and tutors on informing and helping our students on understanding through different channels simultaneously. Our brain learns from working memory, which is everything is passing in front of us, and only when a click appears, in that moment you start to send information to long-term memory. And you can say that this is very important, and you can integrate it with all the memories you have, or you can say that it's not important and then you erase the information. And this is the way we learn from the physiological point of view. So if we know that the brain is much faster on learning using emotions, Second Life is quite a good tool to support help our learners to make a better learning. So learning styles, it's as I have mentioned to you, and we can learn more or less about from 10% of we read, 20% from we hear, and 20% from we see. This means the act of transmitting information, and from 80% of we say and 90% from we say and teach and practice. This means that we can get information from our teachers, or we teachers can do no more than 50%. The other 50% will be a constructivist approach, that our students must do their own building of knowledge. And this is the most important side of the game. And the question is, how does our distance has changed from e-learning 1.0, which was unidirectional information sent by documents to our students in about 2000. In about 2004, with the Web 2.0, with Stephen Downes and O'Reilly debates, which is interactive activities, but these interactive activities were mainly asynchronous. Today, we must use synchronous activities as well for engage people and make a connectivist approach, as much as George Siemens told us from 2006. And the question is it Second Life a recommended tool to introduce Web 2.0 environment? This is something I'd like to hear from you. What would you suggest us about this? What you think? Do you think that Web 2.0 is really a tool for this, or what do you have to say about this? Some comments from the auditorium? Xavier, would you like to comment this, please?
Well, first I would like to know what is exactly Web 2.0, because Second Life, can you introduce as a tool of Web 2.0, or are there another generation of Web 3.0? I mean, Second Life is a reality that we are here. Our students know something about life. I don't know if it is a social network, if a learning environment. I don't know how it is the definition of Second Life as a tool of Web 2.0. I would like to know your questions or your opinions.
Okay. I would go in a little more details. When I'm talking about the tools of Web 2.0, I'm talking about using forums, using wikis, web blogs, web quests, web quizzes, web tools, and so on and so on. This is what normally we call Web 2.0 tools. So I would like to hear your opinion if we can do this inside of Second Life. Can I hear some comments from you? No comments?
How about Sludel? I don't know if Sludel is the answer of to question. I mean, Sludel is a combination of Moodle that we have different tools for asynchronous communication with the students, and perhaps he tries to do a bridge with Second Life.
But instead of you are using Sludel, imagine that you are using WebCity, or you are using Blackboard or any other LMS. You can combine easily each platform with Second Life, but I don't think you should integrate it. This is, let's say, one opinion, but there are other different opinions. My point of view as educator, I should use Second Life in education and not exactly education to serve Second Life. Second Life is an interesting and important tool, but it should be used, integrated with other tools that Second Life does not fulfill, and they are not available in Second Life to make a good teaching. But this is an opinion. I would like to hear your opinion as well. Comments, please? No comments? Okay. Can we go into another question? Okay. Question is, we have synchronous activities, and these synchronous activities we must use LMSs, which is a complementary tools, and we can use synchronous activities. These synchronous activities, for instance, it's like this one we are using now. It's something that we need audio, we need video, we need to use presentations, and we can make, you need as well, formative evaluation. We need to make online tutoring and so on. So we need a lot of tools, a lot of complementary tools. To present slides, for instance, in Second Life, I would like to hear your experience and your comments about slides presentation in Second Life. What is your experience? Really, can you give us some notes about your experience?
Do you ask me?
Yes.
Well, I try.
Slides in Second Life.
Well, I try to use PowerPoint in some presentation, like here, but I don't like to spend time to convert my PowerPoint slides in JPEG files upload to Second Life, pay 10 lindens for each one, and later to use a tool to show the slides. It's easy for me to translate my real PowerPoint in the Second Life PowerPoint presentation. But it's my opinion, and perhaps here are somebody that has a lot of experience to teach with PowerPoint. Are there any here?
Can I have some other comment from another colleague? Before I give my own opinion and experience with this.
I don't know, perhaps Pedro Kaufman, would you like to give your opinion about the tools to present multimedia contents in Second Life? Do you think it's easy for Second Life residents, or you need some skills about the tools in Second Life? Well,
I should tell you my experience.
yes.
In each presentation and each, more or less in each presentation I'm doing in a conference, I need to adjust my PowerPoint. In each lesson I give to my students, I have a new idea, I increase a new slide, and sometimes I can realize that I changed the O with the P or a B with the D. So I have to correct it very fast. I have to introduce a new slide. I have to reduce 3 or 4 slides because I have no time for all the presentation. And this should be a very flexible way of doing it. Otherwise, I cannot do it in time. So it should be flexible, the way of using the presentation. And my experience is that it's quite difficult to do it inside Second Life. So that's why we are using this complementary holo screen, which makes things flexible. I'm just showing you what is running in my computer, in my screen computer, and I don't need to convert in JPGs slides. I don't need to upload. I don't need to make them running inside the screen. Things run much easier like this. Fortunately, today we are having a very good audio in this auditorium. I should say that I'm not used to this in Second Life. Normally, what is happening is that the audio quality is not so good, which makes the things quite difficult to our students. In other hand, if I want to send a document, I cannot send a conventional document. I have to say note cards and things like this, or I have to use a complementary tool. So what I believe is we can use complementary tools together with this one, which is quite handly, which is quite friendly using, and which is appealing to our students to be in an auditorium like this. But we must use that in a complementary mode. I would like to hear your opinion. I would like to hear your experience, and you could share it with us. Can I have your experience, your comments?
Yes, Pedro want to talk about the limitations of the constraints that Second Life can.
You are welcome.
Pedro.
Do it.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Loud and clear, please. Go on.
Yeah, okay. Many students or people who use Second Life as a tool thinks that the universities in Second Lives are empty, or there's no many people there, no? Okay, they agree, it's true.
Pietro, we are having some distortion in your audio. Please, can you adjust something in your
Okay.
PC?
How is going now?
Better now. Thank you.
Better?
Better.
Come on. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, go on, please.
Oof. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
okay. Okay, then I think that when they said that the Second Life, the universities on Second Life are empty, they are right. But why the universities here in Second Life are empty? Because I think that there is a, but the answer is easy. Why the university in real life it's full of people, or you can find people there? Why? Because they have a formal education, a formal and recognized education. That's not happened here in Second Life.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, the attendance. It's obligatory. You have to go to class. The teachers teach you going to with you.
Can you repeat it, please? I could
Yeah,
not
I think
follow you.
the attendance to the university in real life is like a rule.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to class if you want to pass your exams, to be successful on your exams, right? That not happen here in Second Life.
Why?
Third thing, I think the third important thing, in university, real life university, the people have a salary, is paid. Teachers, researcher, administrator, manager, they have a salary. They earn money. Not here.
Why not? It's just a question of structure and organization. That is not exactly a reason. It's a question of system.
Yeah.
People are not used to pay, but if you are offering a service in quality, of course they should pay. And that's
but
a question of habit.
You know what's the problem? You know what's the problem here in the universities in Second Life? You know what the most important problem? That they don't have teachers. Why? Because the teachers are moving every time. They don't earn money, they are moving every time to other places.
Of course.
That's the most important problem here for the universities in Second Life. You can talk with the managers of universities here, and they answer the same thing. It's difficult to have teachers here, to keep teachers teaching here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You earn money to be here, okay, go ahead. But if you don't earn money, you have to go to real life. Right?
Okay, but the question is a question of organizing, let's say, universities on which you can get a real degree. We are more or less discussing, let's say, an administrative point of view and an economic point of view. I should like to focus on the quality of teaching and on the methodology, because if we have a good quality and if people take a degree in Second Life, and we in real life can recognize that they got real skills and they are prepared to face the challenge in life, in real life, I think we can say, or people can take a real degree in this environment. The question is that it's not so. We are not so sure that this will happen. And to get to go to find a job, trying to find a job, and in that job, people when they see you, they say, "Where did you get your degree?" "I got in a university in Second Life." They laugh in your face. So this is the problem. You must get credibility to make
Right.
things with quality, and it's not, let's say, a funny joke happening in a funny environment. This must be really serious, and if things are serious, things should be paid. You see, when people are talking normally about using open sources and only free things and so on, I say, okay, I would like to know where is your supermarket and which is your gas station you put the gas in your car, because for sure they are offering you your food and your car, because there is no other possibility. If you don't receive any paying from what you are doing, how can you survive? And this is the main question. Things today, world is very competitive, and is competitive in quality. So if we are offering courses in Second Life, we must offer courses with solid quality. Otherwise, it will be a foolish game. Don't you agree?
Yeah, completely.
Go on, Pedro, please.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
I'll give you an example. I'm teaching here Spanish, and after 5 class, I got 500 indents.
You got 5? I could not follow you. Can you repeat?
How many euros?
500 indents. 5 classes?
Yeah.
500 lindens.
But that is, can you buy an ice cream with that?
Yeah, a Second Life ice cream.
This is a side
A
of.
virtual, I should say virtual ice cream.
I think it is a side of the
Right,
Second Life.
you're right.
Sorry.
Okay, the question is, we must do things in quality, seriously, and for that we need good tools. I think Second Life has good tools for some aspects on education, but we need to complement with other tools. I'm teaching in superior education, and my job is teaching teachers from different education levels about new technologies and new methodologies. And I think it's an important challenge today. Sorry? Go on, Pedro.
We need like a business audio.
Your audio is very difficult now.
Okay.
There is so much distortion. I cannot understand what you are saying. But please try to do it and try to speak
How do we know?
slowly. Go on.
Better? Hello?
Not very much.
Hello?
Yes. No, not very much.
Okay. Right. Boss.
Okay, I think we can make a short conclusion about this. This is Second Life can be a good tool, but it should be taken seriously. Get into the market. Otherwise, it will be a very nice, happy thing, but people is not prepared to pay, because paying is something you expect to have some return from. And if you doubt about it, you are just spend your time going there and see, but not paying. That is the situation, and we must get credibility to use it. Okay, I would like to put you a new question, and this question now is how can we preserve all the rights in the distribution of content in Second Life? Do you have any idea? Because no one is glad to work for nothing. We need to spend our life and to feed our family, and what it's necessary for a healthy life. So Xavier told me that someone is saying it's better asking than robbing, and stealing. And if we are not paid from our job, we have to steal to survive. So the question is, do you have any idea how to preserve rights, author rights in distribution of contents in Second Life? Because this is related with another situation, which is, can you control the entrance of a classroom in Second Life as well? If you cannot control, it's an open classroom. You cannot do much about it. Is that so? This is another situation and another question, which is important. Go on, Pedro.
Sorry? Yeah.
Yes, please go on.
I mean, seriously? Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go on.
Here? Yeah, okay. We need a big alliance.
A big
Alliance.
alliance, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between institution, governments, users. I think it's the way, because it's everything is everybody's working individually. It's so difficult to do something here.
Okay.
That's all.
It is quite difficult to follow you. Zubiria, can you just, could you copy what Pedro said?
No, I couldn't.
The voice doesn't work.
There is another important aspect that we should reflect about it. It is administrative and legal aspects. We have, in Second Life, we cannot take our students, if they are younger than 60 years old, to our classrooms, because we can be teachers in one side and we have to have students in another side. And to get the permission to put all together, it's very, very, very complicated and difficult. So administrative and legal aspects are a barrier to make a good teaching and learning in, let's say, in the teens environment. I would like to hear a comment from you about this aspect. Do you think we should recommend that students, teen students, should be accepted in the same environment as the teachers? Or can we overpass this? Or can we keep security of our students as well against so many perversions in the web? This is a very important compromising thing that we must think how we should overpass this situation. Don't you believe so? Any comment?
Well, Lindens are going to rearrange all this playground and adult themes. They're going to, as far as I understood, to combine teen and the adult grids together and make a new definitions for the themes. They're going to make adult themes and they're going to make, well, that usual themes. So the teens will be able to be with the same grid with the adults, but they will be restricted to the certain themes marked as adult.
Yes, that is, we know that there is this, let's say, project is running. I think it's running more than 2 years from now. But I think it's important. I think it's important and absolutely necessary for a good teaching and a good learning. But without it, I think it's a very, very important limitation on the using of Second Life, unless we are using only Second Life for post-graduations, for superior education, professional training, and so on and so on. But we lose an important segment of the community on using Second Life for education activities. Okay, I'm going to put you another question or another situation that some students say that it's very important to go around in Second Life, but most of education institutions present in Second Life are empty, or they have links to the real life, web pages. Say, in fact, we can find playgrounds, schoolyards, instant notes, etc., but no contents or pedagogical games. This is, let's say, more a social environment. We need to enrich them with contents, with real pedagogical contents. We have just some comments before about this aspect, and I'd like to hear some other comment from you, if you feel like it.
Yes, maybe this, as it was said, the matter of the money is just very few people are eager to add new content just for free. They just need to get paid. So it's a matter of it's a financial matter, and this thing needs more investments from.
Yes, of course. I agree totally with you. I agree. For instance, I have already gave some suggestions about build some educational environments. For instance, let's have an idea that we have Egypt. And in Egypt, you can have Giza, you can have Tibas, or you can have Abu Simbel. And we can go with our students there, and you can customize, you as a teacher putting some videos, putting some images, and make your lesson in there with your students. But for that, you must have a controlled space. You must have, let's say, a basic infrastructure. You can buy, I should suggest that we can buy an environment like this as we buy a book, and with that, let's say, application, let's say, take our students there and make, this is just a dream. Let's put it clear. But it should be interesting, or let's go to Rome, or let's go to Greece, or let's go to Middle Age and make our lesson, or let's go to Machu Picchu, and so on. This could be something very interesting. This may be the future, but we need these things to make a teaching really effective, or teaching geography, or teaching biology, and so on and so on. We need effective environments to do our teaching, because it should not be teacher by teacher doing this environment, because it's a huge investment in time and money. So this is suggestions for the future. And some teachers say it as well, Second Life is good only for learning, building playgrounds, schoolyards, and so on and so on. Can we do as well deep learning in Second Life? This is a question. I would like to hear your comment. I should say yes. Depends on the teacher. And the most important today, one of the most important things, it's not only the technology, it's the skills, teacher skills, and the methodologies of using the technologies. Because if you are not using the technology in a proper way, you are just making technological noise, not a pedagogical approach of doing it and improving it in a better way. Okay, I think that we can use...
May I interrupt you? May I interrupt you?
Please.
Well, I partially disagree with you about the deep learning. Because
Good.
I think...
He's the first one disagreeing with me today.
Because I think that there are different target of students. I think we pay attention in the universities, in the official degrees, but I know that there are a lot sandbox or a lot place in Second Life where there are many workshops or courses about building, about photograph, I don't know, about different subjects. Probably is not academic subject, but there are a lot people from different social origin. I mean, for example, I live in Spain, and there is a special second place. No? They have a lot people every day. They every week has a panel with 3 or 4 courses every day, with a class with an hour of building, etc. And used to be a lot of people. Probably when we talk with the teacher of Unispana, he told us that the pupil is from not university, from no academic degrees, is regular persons, regular women and men, that they found in Second Life a way to develop different skills that in the real life couldn't do. Then I think Second Life offers some opportunities for or students. Perhaps Massimo, yes. Massimo, would you like to give your opinion about Second Life and the learning styles? Probably.
Okay, we have to be fast because our timing is running.
10 minutes to go.
Yes, and Zubiria, you disagree with me, but in replying to you, I have to say that I'm agreeing with you. Why? Because it's not the same thing if we are teaching in superior education or if we are teaching in the kindergarten. It's not the same thing if we are teaching mathematics or if we are teaching history or if we are teaching geography. So we cannot use just a copy of everything, doing exactly the same methodology and the same habits. So what I can say that we must have the proper skills to adjust to the level of education we are doing and from the type of scientific environment we are teaching. And I would like to put you a final question before we go into conclusions. Can we expect more than a social environment from Second Life? This is my final question about this roundtable.
That's so environment.
Go on, please. I could not
Could you repeat,
copy
please?
you.
Is the question, can we expect a social network from Second Life? It's an open question. It's not an assessment.
Well, I'm sure it can. Just because the Second Life can offer to the students a new degree of visualization of the study material, a new level of interactivity. It's not just the social environment, I think.
Okay, so your opinion is that Second Life can offer us more than only a social environment. Is that so?
Sure, yes.
Yeah? Yes, okay. Thank you. Any other
I
comment?
think so.
Another in favor? Okay. Any comment? Any else? We should say that we can expect much more from Second Life than a social environment. But we should build that building. We teachers should build that building. Because only if we do nothing, it will remain as only a social environment. So I think we have a long way to run and to build. Now I would like to ask Professor Einstein to give us a final comment about the conclusions. And now, about the conclusions, let's have a look about important things that we have been debating today in this e-roundtable. First of all, we need technologies, but only together with methodologies and teacher skills we can improve the quality of learning and teaching. In fact, our schools need to be changed. Why? The way to do it is to change our schools into a factory of dreams and teachers into multimedia wizards. Is that Second Life a solution? It looks like that it is enormous potential, but legal aspects has to be solved, technical aspects has to be improved, and new methodologies, multimedia and 3D contents for education are needed, because 3D spaces cannot be empty only to go around and for social purposes. We have to use it for pedagogical aspects, using environments and bringing our students together. Secondly, environment seems to be important tools to support our digital students. And we have to integrate as well teenagers and teachers in our environment. Otherwise, how can we teach if we have teachers in one side and teenagers in another side, and it's very difficult to integrate all. And we have to integrate as well with other applications like LSMs and like Moodle, Blackboard and other applications, and screen share applications as well. It seems the quality of the audio has to be improved, because sometimes it becomes very easily very distorted, and is very bad for communication purpose. Slides and video should be much easier and much friendly used to our students and to our work. And if we have to change one slide, we have to pay for it. It's some very strange approach. We have to make all of these things much more easier to make them efficient. On the other hand, it requires strong applications and strong machines with graphic boards, with many other RAMs, strong RAMs, and live audio must be very good and very well improved. These are our main topics and our main conclusions about this debate. If you want to see some other complementary activities and tools, please visit our webpage www.thegraal.net. You have contents, we have a repository of conferences in video format, and you are welcome to be with us. Thank you very much to pay attention to us, and it will be a pleasure to be with you in next sessions. Thank you very much. Bye bye. It was a pleasure to be with you.